Alright, so today I'm showing you guys what I do for first date makeup. I've had a lot of time to perfect this routine because I have been on a lot of first dates, let me tell you. I am so excited because this video is actually sponsored by Tinder, which is so freaking cool because I've used Tinder since I was a senior in college. Done a lot of swiping in my days. Got some really strong thumb muscle now. If you've never heard of Tinder, it's a dating app where you can swipe to meet people in your area and connect. You just right swipe and then hopefully you have a match. But my favorite place to Tinder and to watch people Tinder is the airport. You can always tell when someone's Tindering because of their thumb motions. So if you're also a single lady or man, you can check out Tinder on social and download the app to meet people in your area. And Tinder works. I have a couple people in real life who they've met their significant others from Tinder. Hopefully our day is coming. So this look is what I do pretty much every single first date. I like glowy skin. I like to keep things more neutral. And obviously I still like to look put together in like slightly glam. I usually don't wear false lashes. I tell you guys about that, but I just want to show you as an option. But I like to keep it a little bit more natural with the brows, natural with the lips, and just glowy skin. By the way, there is something magical about this nail color. I don't know what the heck it is about this, but every single time without fail that I wear this color around a guy, whether it's a friend, on a first date, anything, they always freaking comment on this nail color. It's magic. But if you want to give them something easy to compliment you on right off the bat, wear this nail polish color without fail, I'm telling you. Try it out. Let me know how it goes for you. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're excited for it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Since this is a sponsored video, tomorrow I have a bonus video going up 6 p.m. Pacific time, Tuesday. My first step for any makeup always is the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Primer Spray. This just gives you a really pretty glow, but also primes your face and makes your makeup stay on. This is just redness from laying on a hot pack, but I'm a tiny bit sunburned too right now. I usually go for a natural-ish kind of look, my version of like a natural look. So I have a few different foundations that I kind of just switch between depending on what I'm feeling that day. So I'm going to show you guys what I would normally reach for just to get that kind of more natural, glowy, skin-like look. So I'll either do the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude, the Water Fresh makeup. I have a whole video on this. I love this foundation. I do have to mix this in with something, so I'll either mix this in with like CYO Life Proof or something to lighten it. This just gives you that really fresh face look, or I'll use the Becca Aqua Luminous. This is in the shade Porcelain. This one's also a little bit dark. I actually like using foundations about a half a shade too dark for dates or just going out in general. I don't know what it is, but I feel like especially at nighttime, maybe just because it's less noticeable, it's almost a little bit more flattering to do a half shade darker in your foundation. That's usually what I do. And then the Wet n Wild Cushion foundation is the other option. So these kind of all give a similar kind of dewy, a little bit lighter coverage kind of look. If you have acne or if you need a little bit more coverage, you could mix in something like Dermacolline with any of these just to give it more coverage, or you could spot conceal on top, or you could use the Cosmetic CC Cream Illumination. So today I just want to use the Becca Aqua Luminous foundation. I'm going to give this a good shake. So I just like to stipple this on. I feel like that gives the most coverage. And I just feel like this foundation gives me such a skin-like look that it's perfect for dates because it doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of makeup on your face. This isn't a full coverage foundation or anything, so I do still have some scarring and redness and stuff coming through. If I want to, I can just spot conceal that. I actually like leaving it like that because then it doesn't look quite as makeup-y. I don't know about you guys, but when I shower before a first date, that's like my time to prep. It's like my prep time. Sounds like I'm prepping for an interview. Kind of what it's like sometimes. I just like go through some of the basic questions in my head just to, you know, get in the mind space. I also usually blast music while I'm getting ready, but copyright. For my forehead, I'm just smoothing this over with a sponge just to give it that really smooth, dewy look up there. Around my nose, anywhere where I usually get creasing too. So I don't actually like a super bright, lifted kind of under eye like I usually do for date makeup because, again, it's just kind of drawing more attention to your makeup and doesn't look as natural. So I'm just gonna go with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer. This is normally too dark for me. Normally I'll mix in a little bit of the KKW concealer, but because my foundation shade is a bit dark right now and I'm not going for a super bright under eye, I'll just go in with this, basically just to cancel out the darkness underneath my eyes. I'm just using the Morphe G38 brush. Why do I still have to look at the name of this every single time? Use this brush every day of my life. I'm just gonna super lightly set it with my normal two powders. I'm not gonna mix it as bright as I normally would, so I'll probably use mostly Physicians Formula. And I'm using a different brush than usual because this one just gives a really light kind of powder application. If I'm fully setting my under eyes, I will use my BH, I think it's the 137 or the e.l.f. brush. I always link my brushes down below. I'm just pressing this in. Did I say what this is? This is the Kat Von D 25 brush. This is gonna depend on what kind of skin you have. I have dry skin, so I don't like a whole lot of powder on my face, but to set just my cheek area, I'm gonna go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth powder. This is a great powder that doesn't look powdery, and I only set the areas I need to, which is right here, so that I can blend bronzer, blush, and highlight. So I feel like brows are one of those things with guys in makeup where there's just like, there's a little bit of a disconnect there. Most guys can't appreciate a strong brow, do you? If you're someone who really loves a full-on brow, then do it. I can kind of go either way. If I'm just wearing makeup on a day-to-day basis, I'll usually just put on some kind of brow gel or just really lightly fill in my brows. Do whatever makes you feel confident and happy and comfortable. But for first dates, I usually don't do a full-on kind of carved out brow. I like to keep it a little bit more simple for the eyebrows, especially because that is something that oddly enough, guys kind of zoom in on. So I'm going in with the L'Oreal Brow Gel. This is the Brow Stylist Boost and Set in the shade Dark Brunette. It's actually a lighter brunette, I would say. It's kind of like a more medium brown. So I like to use it for this kind of look. Nothing too hard here. If there's an area where I need a little bit more shape, I like to add a tiny bit of arch up here. So that's when I'll go in with my Maybelline. I should have actually done this. I have an actual Tinder date in like 2 days. Should have filmed this before that, and I'm gonna do this all again. You know what? I hope some guys watch this video so they know what the heck effort we put into this. I've wiped off a lot of the product. I have barely anything on the brush right now, and I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of shape right up here. I'm going with my usual MAC paint pot to prime my eyelids. I do like to contour my face because I want to just add a little definition, make some cheekbones appear. If you have fair skin, one of my favorite contour shades is actually this e.l.f. eyebrow kit. This is in the shade Light. This shade right here is great for a contour if you have a lighter skin tone. So I'm just gonna go with my Wet n Wild contour brush. This just creates a really faint contour. You can build it up depending on how much you want, but I don't find that this one looks too ashy and too gray. Sometimes contour shades can look really muddy. If you don't know where to draw on your contour, you literally just go from the corner of your mouth to the top of your ear. And that's kind of the area that you want to contour. Don't bring it all the way down. I just bring it about 1/3 of the way, maybe a little bit more. I like to add a little bit underneath my bottom lip. It just creates a little shadow under there to make your bottom lip look a little bit more plump. A pinky kind of blush is one of those things that I just love, and I feel like can look really flattering for a date because it just kind of warms up your face and almost gives you that romantic kind of vibe. I'm gonna go with the Ciate Summer Love. I really wanted to use the shade Date Night just so I could say it, but this one's a little bit darker than what I'm going for right now. So Summer Love is one of my favorite blush shades of all time. This is a glowier blush. I wouldn't say it's shimmery, but it is glowy. Again, that's the look I'm going for. But if you don't like glowy blushes, then you could just go in with any kind of matte pink shade. I'm not going to do bronzer. If you want to do bronzer, by all means go for it. Blend out my blush, I always just go back in with this brush. This is the Furless CB4. There's nothing on it right now. It's just whatever leftover kind of face powder's on there, and this just helps make everything look kind of seamless. We're going for a glowy look, so I always like to add a highlight. I'm going to go in with one of my all-time favorites. This is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Brick in Natural Nude. That's a long brush hair. How long has that been there? Pro tip, don't go on a first date with a long black hair on your face. I just kind of go in with a mix of these lighter shades here for my highlight. You can use these as eyeshadows too. There's something about this highlighter that just gives you that like angelic kind of glow. I feel like this would be super pretty for wedding makeup. If you also have textured skin, this doesn't emphasize it, just gives you that glow. Look at that. I'm gonna do my Cupid's bow and the tip of my nose too. One of my favorite steps of all time, setting spray. Makeup Forever Mist and Set, if you're looking for an event setting spray, wedding setting spray, first date setting spray, anything where you really want your makeup to stay on, this stuff is legit. It works. I've gone through so many bottles of this. It smells like feet, but it works amazing. I really take a shower in this stuff. Make sure you spray perfume after so you don't smell like feet. It also gives you a really pretty glow, and it just melts all of your powder products together in your foundation. Even if you don't believe in setting spray for making your makeup stay on longer, just use it for the sole reason of melting all those products together. It makes your skin look so much more skin-like. Okay, so for eyes, I like to keep it super simple. I'll usually just go in with about 2 eyeshadow shades, usually matte ones, and I'll do some kind of pop on the inner corner. So I would say just go with whatever eyeshadow shades make your eyes pop. For me, there's something about this Smashbox trio. It reminds me of the Physicians Formula one I used to use like years ago, which I need to pick up again. But the shades in this is Nudie Pick Fair. I don't think the formula of these are, you know, outstanding or anything for the price, but the shades, there's something about these tones that just really make green eyes pop. Just to cover my entire eyelid, I'm first gonna go in with this light nude kind of shade here, and I just put this on my finger and just press this on. Now that I've got that color in there, I'm gonna go with the lighter of the two right here, and I'm just gonna take this on the Morphe M511 and just do a tiny bit of this right into the crease, blending back and forth. They're gonna be staring at your eyes 99% of the night, hopefully. So I want my eyes to pop, but I don't want it to be, you know, like a full-blown smoky eye. I'm taking the tiniest bit of the darker gray shade now, and with that same brush, just fluffing this only about halfway now. I'm not gonna bring this all the way in. So for eyeliner, I kind of switch off between two different things depending on how good of luck I feel like I'm gonna have with the wing that day. It's basically what it boils down to. So either we'll do a really, really tiny wing, like a more natural wing, or what I'll do is I'll take a black pencil liner and I'll just line right here and then kind of smudge it out, just so my eyes are still defined and they pop, but I don't have to do a winged liner. So I think today, since I am feeling more of a softer look, I'm gonna do the pencil eyeliner method, and I'm just running this right close to my lashes. I'm gonna bring it a little bit farther out to make my eye shape look bigger than it is. If anything, I don't want to be going down, I want to be going up, so I still get that kind of lifted eye look. So I'm just starting with a tiny amount, and I'm going to go into flat edge brush, and I'm just going to basically smudge this. I'm just going back and forth. I'm bringing it in a little bit more, and I kind of create just like a softer wing, I guess, with this. Kind of hard to mess this up, which is also the good thing. If you're in a rush and you're getting ready for your date, or if you just don't feel like you can go there with a winged liner, this can be a good alternative for you. Lately, my wings have been getting a little wild, so I never really know what's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? So you can see the difference. It still gives you that kind of cat eye look. It's just a little bit softer than winged eyeliner. If you are doing this, again, make sure that you set your eyelid with something so that the eyeliner doesn't transfer up. The good thing about using a flat edge brush is that you really don't have to shape it too much, because if you just pull it upwards in a diagonal motion, you're already basically gonna have a wing created for you. So just to make me look a little bit more awake and open up my eyes even more, I'm gonna go in with the white eyeliner. You can do a nude eyeliner if you don't want a super stark white, but this just really makes your eyes pop. I'm gonna go back in with this darker gray shade on the same flat edge brush. I'm not gonna fully line my lower lash line, I just wanna line the outer part right here. Super subtle, I don't even know if you guys can see the difference on camera. So my favorite part for the eyes, I'm gonna add an inner corner highlight. I'm gonna go back in with this light shade right here, the white. And if you want this to really pop, you could always wet them. I might go in with my finger in a sec. So for me, I don't usually like to wear false lashes on dates because I feel like I'm just gonna be focusing on the lashes. I don't know what it is about lashes, but I can always feel them on my eyes. I just wanna be focused on them and food, not my lashes. So I'll usually just go in with my two normal mascaras and just kind of layer these, and then I always do Wet n Wild Mega Length on the bottom lashes. But for the sake of the video, just in case some of you guys do want to wear lashes, I'm going to put on these lashes for this video, the Eyelure 005s. If I were to do lashes, I would do something like these, because these are just corner lashes. They're not going to be super obvious that you have on false lashes. All right, so my lashes are on. If you also have issues with lashes, these are probably the most comfortable non-feely ones I've put on, because they don't totally irritate them, and I feel like they're a good amount of lash. Okay, so all we have left is lips now. Sometimes I'll just straight away go in with the Kors lip butter. This is in, I think this is a Jasmine one. Does it not say, oh, Jasmine, right on the top. But I do want to add just a tiny bit of shape first, just to define the outside of my lips. So I'm going to go with the LA Girl Nonstop Nude Liner. This is one of my favorite nude liners. The reason why I don't like using a liquid lipstick or a lipstick or something is because sometimes when you're talking and eating and drinking, liquid lipstick can do that thing where it just like rubs off right on the center, and that's not a cute look. So if you just use something like a lip butter, this is basically just like a tinted lip balm, so it just gives you that kind of plump look, but if it wears off, it just wears off evenly, and you're not going to have any of that leftover like lip product residue on there. So that's why I just really lightly line with lip liner. I don't do this all over, I just am going to add to certain areas. So one of those areas is right here, just so you get that fullness down there. And then over here where my lip line kind of disappears a little bit. And then I'm just gonna lightly kind of feather that up. Now I'm just gonna go in with the Kors lip butter, so I just dip my nail in there. This stuff is growing on me. If you have really chapped lips, it does not look the best. This used to look really crepey on me, and it kind of settles in. The thing I like about the Laneige is that it doesn't do that. It really just plumps. But I love the color of this, and it's like the perfect natural nude where it just gives you a little something, but doesn't look like you have a ton of lip product on. It's also not enough pigment to where it's going to transfer on your teeth, so you just don't have to worry about that either. All right, so this is the final makeup look. Ready for a date. My shirt, I almost always go with like one of three shirts I switch between. I have kind of an off-the-shoulder black one, or this white one, which this is from Forever 21. I don't know if they still carry it, but it has this like, what do they call this? Sweetheart neckline kind of thing where it dips. I feel like it shows off a good amount of your chest and collarbone and stuff, but you don't have a lot of cleavage action going on. For hair, I always do the same thing. I just do these big, loose kind of curls. I'll just kind of separate them and brush them out so they're not super curled. And I just use the T3 curling iron for this. I'll have this one linked down below. Mine has like hair extension tape or something on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna have everything I used on my face and everything that I can find that I'm wearing linked down below. Don't forget to check out Tinder on the App Store. I'm gonna have a link down below too, but if you have any good swipe and right stories, let us know down below. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye. If there is one benefit of me being single for this long, it's this video. If I end up marrying someone that I meet off of Tinder, feel free to sponsor my wedding.